It has been 2 years since the end of COVID-19 pandemic, which has affected so many of us in so many ways. As a qualified MNCS registered accredited counsellor with extensive expertise working with young people, I wanted to examine how COVID-19 experience affected their mental resilience and emotional well-being. We've been allowed 2 months access to 2 local youth centres, Bruce Grove and the Rising Green Youth Spaces, based in Haringey, to film and speak to staff and their service users about their experiences during and after the COVID-19 pandemic. Due to the sudden closures of schools and the shift to remote learning, I wanted to find out how young people adjusted when they returned back to school.
COVID was a unique period within all of our lives. It gave a lot of us a lot more free time, a lot more time to spend at home, a lot more time to spend even with our own thoughts. As far as work goes, it was a unique challenge because we work with a lot of vulnerable young people that don't have a large support network or family network, and we are their support network and their family network. But it was an amazing opportunity for us to show what kind of community that we can be and support one another.
What is it like now? Do you feel like the ones moving back to this whatever normal means?
It was very surreal coming back out of COVID in general, because it was like the no contact 2 metre rule. Our young people, they're accustomed to hugging one another. It's like you have to create rules and barriers about human contact, and we went through it for so long it was almost normalised. Returning to normal human interaction seemed difficult for some of our young people eventually.
The pandemic was life-changing for many people, including ourselves. I think we were actually quite fortunate. We came out of it relatively unhurt. But after that, it was good to get back out into various clubs and activities that were obviously put on hold. It's really good to get back into the community and participate in activities again.
The pandemic started off of me moving away from North London, which is basically where my whole family is based. I thought I was off school, it was going to be fun, I got to sleep a lot. But it got up to the point where I was tired because I didn't have a sleeping pattern. I would be sleeping at 6 in the morning, even 2 in the afternoon sometimes. And I couldn't socialise because I was in a household where, I couldn't go outside because of COVID. So I didn't learn at home actually. And that also affected me later on.
What's it like now? If we fast forward and we're here now, today, what's it like for you?
It kind of affected me now, and it also affected my mental health because I didn't have the ability to talk to other people.
It affected my education because I prefer being in school because the teacher's there is like right in front of us, and she'll be telling us that to help us that the pandemic was just too terrible.
It was too terrible for you, and you missed the interactions with your teachers and getting that support.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that completely.
No one really learned anything because no one really cared about it. Everyone had their other tabs open, playing games.
Is that what you were doing, Nathan?
No, I was not. I was focusing.
Let's focus.
A bit weird because I was at home the whole time, and I didn't get to see friends or family, so I had to stay at home. And I wanted to go out all the time, but family wouldn't allow me to go out because COVID, it could catch me,
Because I was like doing school from home, it was kind of weird. My sleep pattern was messed up. Like I'd go to sleep at like 11 o'clock in the morning and wake up at like 5 and just do work and then go sleep. So I didn't really like it.
I work as a teacher in a primary school, and I'm currently teaching year 6, and I can see the children after the pandemic, they came back and they weren't as resilient as they used to be. So the 2 years of not socializing has really affected them, and they emotionally immature. At the beginning, they were arguing over silly things like a rubber, or like he doesn't want to be my friend, I don't want to be his friend. We're kind of coming out of it at the moment, but I think it's going to be a long process.
Obviously, with the classes of the pandemic, we couldn't do it. We did some online lessons. It wasn't the same though. It's great to be back. The friends, and also just the lessons themselves are amazing. You get to move, you get to actually feel like you're feeling better? You're feeling a lot better.
For me, it was kind of fun at first, as I could like go to the toilet whenever I want and eat food and like talk to my family, because I have 2 older sisters.
Okay.
So I wasn't really alone in lockdown. So I got people to talk to. But I didn't really like how I started to gain weight, and then my face started to go like really bad. And then after that, we had Zoom calls.
Okay.
I wasn't really like engaged in it. I was like either half asleep, because I wasn't like, when I used to go on the Zoom calls, I was just still in bed. So I'll get my phone on the table and then I'll just log in.
I mean, at times it got quite lonely because we weren't really allowed to see all of our friends, and like the school was closed for quite a long time. We just had to like make with the friends that we saw outside of school.
With screen, you don't feel nothing, but between person and person, you learning what is like, what is love, what is to have hope.
Like with school, we had to do it online, couldn't really go out, and if we did, we had to wear masks, and it wasn't like to hang out with friends, it was like to get the necessities, and that's it. But I didn't really mind it because it was keeping like people safe and me safe and my family, so I think I missed out on some stuff that we could have possibly done if we were in school, because I got used to waking up every day and doing it online.
I'm wondering, to the primary school friends did you get a chance to say goodbye to them? That's just come up for me, yes. That must have been hard.
I mean, some of them, because like I think maximum 15 students were allowed inside the school from each year group, and then the rest would have to stay home and do online lessons. So we didn't really get to say a proper goodbye.
Before Corona, I was really looking forward to uni, and then it was quite disappointing. I went to uni in London, so I stayed at home, and that first year of uni was so important in like establishing friends. It was hard even in the second year and third year, because the first year of impact obviously went on to the second year and third year.
After speaking with staff and the young people at the Bruce Grove Centre, I wanted to find out if the young people at the Rising Green Centre also had any isolation issues affecting them today. We spoke with senior youth practitioner Carl Lentham Henry, who shared his experience working with a local cohort of young people. Carl is a long-standing member of the community.
At the beginning, a lot of young people, they hate sitting behind a computer. They can play PlayStation all day, but to get them behind a computer to learn or engage, it was a real difficult task. Getting the best out of the young people, you have to be with them. Yeah, you have to be with them. If you're not with them, they don't believe.
Alongside the challenges, the COVID-19 pandemic has also brought about positive aspects for the youth. The pandemic offered an opportunity to spend more quality time with their families. Lockdowns encouraged bonding, fostering stronger connections. Additionally, some individuals reported improved communication and interpersonal skills.
What have you taken away from that experience, being at home, being with family?
I feel like just people need to stay connected.
You feel people need to stay connected?
It's like we're all stronger together. It can be a terrible feeling lonely. So just surround yourself with people who you can call your friends, people you can rely on, people who you can help, and people that can help you.
The pandemic was like terrible, but at the same time it really helped. But the bad side that so many people has died to the pandemic, and the family lost people. And the other side that it made me and my family grow, and like us to be closer, like basically see my mom and my sisters every single day.
Mostly it was fun. It was like, because I would be on PS4 with my friends. Like even people that didn't play most of the time, everyone was playing because there was nothing else to do. So that made gaming a lot more fun, made hanging out with friends like online a lot more fun.
I got to see like more of my mum and spend time with her. Because like she normally would go to work, and when she comes home she cooks, and then it's like bedtime. But we got to spend time with her, play games, learn how to bake and stuff.
I did art during my free time because I had more free time. So I developed like art, get my own sketchbook to draw art in. So that's what I really did in between like lessons, and then after when I had all the free time, because I didn't have to travel all the way from school back home.
I think what I would take away is that life is precious. Family is precious, you know. You spend a lot of time working and worrying about certain things, work-related and task-related and whatever else, maybe your studies, but at the end of the day, what's that worth if you haven't quite got your family and your loved ones around you and that sense of community?
It's an important time that we should never forget in terms of it's taught us a lot of lessons, and that is to appreciate your family and friends and appreciate what the world like offers us, because it can be gone in an instant.
Tell me about your experiences coming here. What is it like coming here? Do you find it nice space?
It's like a safe space for me. It's like my second home. I come here every single day. I know here when I'm here, I meet new friends and they treat me good. Especially these 3 staff members called Bill, Akim and Stanley. No, 4th, and Davina. They're here for me. Like when I say something to them of how I'm feeling, they would stay here and listen to me, and they would tell me what to do and what not to do. So they like taught me a lot, and they made me more like brave and more confident.
To me, from my own personal experience, I work in the borough that I grew up in. So I know firsthand what it is to be one of these kids. I know firsthand what it is to be misjudged or misunderstood. Potential is the key word, and they all have amazing potential. And it's about tapping into that and getting them to celebrate themselves and be ready to express whether that be their masculinity or humanity, or just to celebrate and express the people that they are. I feel like I'm in perfect position to help them navigate their way through this difficult time period. And that young person can now go off to uni or go off into adulthood and go off into the working profession, and actually the world can be their oyster and they can do whatever they want to do. But we have some amazing high achievers that go on to get distinctions and to do excellent things. We just had one young person, he's downstairs right now, Gabriel. He just got a golden buzzer on Britain's Got Talent. He's been here since as long as I've been doing youth work. So he's just turned to an adult now. So he's 21, he's actually back here volunteering, but we've had him since he was 13, 12 years old.
So during COVID, we had to keep going because, and for many people, this is just like the only place that they come to. It was like the highlight of the week. It was a point of contact. It was to know that there's another soul out there with a friendly face and somebody's pleased to see you. It was a good way to make and keep contact, and I have to say the contact and the things, the friendships that developed then are so much stronger now.
Amy, tell me about your time here in Bruce Grove Youth Project Centre.
Well, at first I came with my best friend. I wasn't used to having so many young people around me because I wasn't used to socialising with kids my own age. Being here, I guess I was able to surround myself with people that can understand me, and I made a lot of friends. So
when you're here, when you're having fun, you don't really think about other things, you know what I mean?
It's nice, it's a nice safe place. It's good for the class as well, because big hall. And you get to talk to people, you make new friends. I've certainly made a couple more.
I think that impresses me most is the level of enthusiasm you see amongst the people here. There's the pool table, the table tennis, the games console. It's nice to see, you can probably hear in the background, just the level of noise and interaction and people enjoying themselves. And I think it's good that we've got somewhere to come.
I like it because they don't treat us like kids. They just treat us like we're our own person. And they don't tell us off for doing certain things. They just let us be ourselves.
I like because we have so many activities to do. You see new people. For you was stranger, now they're friends.
I really like it here. I come here every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. But yeah, this place is really nice because it's really free time to hang out with your friends, nice activities, you can draw, you can listen to music here, hang out with some of the colleagues and your friends here, which you might not be able to do at home.
These kind of places where they're able to come and be themselves, they're able to learn new things, meet new people from different cultures and backgrounds. it allows them to kind of get back into the normality a little bit easier than they would have had to if it was just, pandemic's over. We've been studying online for the last two years, back into school now.
The amazing individuals who help work in the centres actively participate in initiatives to support vulnerable populations, such as maintaining communication and checking in with the young people. Throughout the time I spent with the youth, it became apparent that the COVID-19 pandemic has had a profound effect on various aspects of their lives. The pandemic's restrictions, such as lockdowns and social distancing measures, have disrupted the social lives of the young people in Haringey. Many have experienced feelings of isolation, loneliness, increased stress, mental health challenges, and heightened anxiety due to the reduced in-person interactions with friends and peers. Many young people face difficulties in adjusting to remote learning, leading to potential learning loss and diminished educational outcomes. COVID-19 has highlighted existing social inequalities, and in the youth have not been immune to this reality. Disadvantaged communities and marginalised groups have been disproportionately affected by the pandemic, and this shows up in health, education and economic opportunities among young people.